The most valuable skill in the AI era is not a technical one. It is the ability to recognize good work when you see it. Artificial intelligence produces infinite output. You can generate 100 emails, product descriptions, or business strategies in a single afternoon. The volume problem is solved. The quality problem is not. A vast majority of that output is completely mediocre. We're going to walk through a 3-step framework that takes your accumulated life experience and uses it to filter those mediocre AI drafts into exceptional final products. Mastering this workflow makes your specific judgment the final filter for every piece of software-generated content. Let's start step 1. Open your preferred AI tool right now and think of a specific real-world task you actually need to complete today. Type out your usual prompt, but right before you hit enter, add one strict instruction. Ask it to generate 20 completely different options instead of one.
Do not accept the first draft it gives you. Taking the initial output almost guarantees a weak result because early generations rely heavily on average, highly probable word patterns. Asking an AI for a single answer severely limits your leverage. You are putting the burden of quality entirely on the machine. By forcing the system to generate a massive surplus of options, you create a wide surface area. You give your own sense of taste the room it needs to operate. High-volume generation moves you out of the role of a passive receiver of information. You become an active editor of raw materials. This diagram shows your 20 generated options. Look at the list sequentially. Rapidly scan and discard the obvious failures, options that sound robotic. 10 are bad, 7 are mediocre. The remaining 3 are your true candidates. Everything else was just noise. Do not try to assign a score out of 10 to these finalists.
The human brain struggles to apply abstract, subjective ratings accurately. Instead, use a head-to-head comparison between your top 2 options. Trust your decades of accumulated exposure in your field. You have seen thousands of successful projects. Use that internal library of examples to intuitively point to the stronger option. That deep well of past successes is an uncopyable asset. It is the raw material for your taste and gives experienced professionals a distinct edge over younger users who haven't built that library yet. Head-to-head ranking cuts through subjective guessing. It forces a clear, binary choice between 2 concrete examples, leading you straight to the highest quality result. Now we reach step 3, which protects you from the gut feeling trap. That happens when you select a winning option, but you fail to define exactly why it works. Once you have your winning sentence, you must physically write down the specific reasons it defeated the others. Identify the exact superior traits. Maybe it has a better rhythm, removes clunky jargon, or delivers a moment of unexpected honesty. Taking abstract qualities and pinning them down with concrete words forces you to understand the mechanics of good work. This naming process actively programs your brain. The next time you evaluate a draft, you will automatically detect those specific, high-value qualities. The conscious act of articulation is the primary mechanism that physically builds and refines your sense of taste over time. The dividing line between an amateur and a master is the ability to explain the exact mechanics of why a piece of work is excellent. You now hold a finalized, highly refined asset. It is sharp, accurate, and easily cuts through the standard flood of AI-generated noise. Applying this framework consistently over the next year creates a compounding effect on your output quality. Your eye for detail will operate at a level most people never reach. When millions of users accept the first draft an AI provides, their work becomes indistinguishable from the average output of the machine. Here is your assignment. Go generate 10 options right now. Rank them to find the best, and share your written reasoning for why it won in the comments below. Try it anyway. You just might surprise yourself.